to the Konqr Show, to our episode number 6. So we decided to bring something a little bit funny and something nice.
A little less serious.
Yeah, exactly. A little less serious than all the other episodes. So we decided that we're going to talk about the funniest moments that we we got through in our businesses or during work. So I'm sure that Zach is gonna have crazy ones as a DJ. I'm sure he will, and I have some nice ones as well. So I'll let him start first.
I'm not even gonna start with DJ
or whatever.
Like one of the funniest stories happened this summer, and I'm not even gonna start with. It's not even DJing. We can come to some.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I have some hilarious stories with that stuff. Okay, so I was.
And yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that I have new pants.
You might have seen those pants in some pictures.
Or a picnic. This is where I wear them all the time. I wish we have picnic.
And they have Christmas lights on them.
Yeah. So when I'm
They're
lost,
festive.
my friends can find me.
Yes. They shine bright like a diamond. Okay, so I was on an install this summer. A Hasidic community in, where was I? Probably in Outremont. Very nice family, husband and wife. They had installed an awning from us 4 or 5 years ago, and it was in the plans verbal plan that we were to move the awning whenever she requested. Something that my grandfather committed to. So she called me and said, I need you to come see the awning. I've had a problem, whatever. And I get there and she's like, I need you to move the awning. Like, no problem. Absolutely. We'll move it up 5 feet, whatever you want, 3 feet, 2 feet, 5 feet, whatever you want, we'll move it up. And there's not an issue. We can do it right now. When I told her how much it was going to cost, she lost her fucking natural mind. And she was like, well, your grandfather told me that it would be free and this. I was like, listen, like, unfortunately, I can't do anything for free anymore. But I'll make sure that I give you a good price, whatever. And like she went crazy, and was like, "Fuck you and fuck this," and from like someone who is so like esteemed as like a Hasidic Jew is something that you don't expect. And she got like extremely like hectic and. Like, I didn't know what to do, and she was swearing at me and yelling at me, and says, I'm gonna call my husband, fuck this shit. And I was like, oh, okay. I was just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. So like 5 minutes later, her husband shows up, and her husband's a contractor, and he just like joined into the battle and was like, okay, like what the fuck are we gonna do with this situation? Like, I need to get the awning fucking fixed. Every second word out of his mouth was fuck. And like, I want my fucking wife to be happy. So what are you going to do for me? He's like, I'm sitting here like a fucking idiot while she's getting mad at me and we need to get this fixed. I don't have time to do it myself. So what are you going to do for me? And it was just like this back and forth battle of like, listen, like I can give you the best price I can give you. And then like, we'll get it done. And it was just like this hilarious negotiation battle of like, fuck, come on, man. Like, I got my fucking balls in my hand and you're not doing anything for me. Like, help me out here. And it was just so funny because like, when I walked into this situation, I just didn't expect it at all. And it was just so like left field to what I'm normally used to. And it was hilarious. We got the work done. We were like the best of friends after the work was done. And it was just like, one of those situations where like you don't know how to act and you don't know what to do and you're just kind of like walking on eggshells to make sure like you don't say anything too much, but you like feed in and have fun with them and make it like playful. And I think that's like the best thing to do in those situations is make it playful and make it funny because like you're just having fun and like you're playing along and seeing where it goes.
So for example, I have I've learned to ask a couple of questions to my clients when they rent heaters. When they call me over the phone and say, Youssef, it's not working and the heater is not working and it's always at 1 or 2 in the morning and it's a wedding, it's a club that has a lineup or this and that. So you always ask them questions to check before you go there and move because sometimes you can be completely on the other side. So to go there, it's going to take you time or you're on another job. And so, sorry. So what happens is that you ask them the questions and they tell you actually that yes, the propane is there, it's well connected, and the propane is open, everything, but it doesn't want to. So, and it's really like a chance of 0.005% that it doesn't work, because we make sure to check them before delivering them. But sometimes it happens, anything. And we also check them when we go on the spot to make sure. So I get those calls 1 in the morning. So I run, because I'm offering a service, and this is the most important thing about
any business.
My company is that we're not offering the heaters, we're offering the service that comes with the heaters. This is what you're getting, this is what you're paying for. And then you get there after driving for half an hour and going like crazy, and you're running to try to solve the problem, and you get there and the propane tank is not even connected to the heater. It's like it's in there, but it's not even connected. And then sometimes you go and the propane tank is there, but it's closed.
It's off.
So you're like, yeah, but it's normal. It's like, I checked. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but you turned the wrong side.
Turned the wrong way.
It's like you went on the other way, and so, and at this point, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. Should you laugh? Should you cry? Should you scream? You don't know what to say. But the many times that it happened, you come to a point like it's normal. It's like, but they find it very funny. But actually, it's not, because
it's a waste of my time.
It's a waste of a lot of things, and you leave other stuff to go, and you care about the client, so you want to go and fix it, and you don't want, if there is a wedding or an event, so you don't want to screw their thing. So and then you get there, and it's not even. And by the way, you tell them 10 times before that you shouldn't disconnect the propane tank and you shouldn't turn it off, because the gas takes time to go up, but everyone does it, or someone else is doing it, or someone else is dealing with it, and it's like it's a disaster. Also, I'll let you go with another story, and then I might have another.
Okay, so in the awning world, when an awning is left out in a storm, we know, don't try and lie. Like, it's very blatant. I know the strength of these products. Yeah. I know what they can withstand. And I know to take an arm of an awning, which is under tension by cables, and twist it completely and snap it, you can't. It's like, there's one thing that can do that, and it's wind, rain, and snow.
Yeah.
So I had a client that their awning was open in a storm. It was broken, but not that bad. I was able to change one of the arms. It wasn't that bad. And I install it, and I fix it. Everything's good, client's happy. And I say, listen, don't open it in a storm. It will break again. You're taking a risk. It's good for 30 to 40 kilometers an hour of wind, light rain, anything more than that, close the awning. It's not made for that. I get a call 2 days later. 2 fucking days later. Zach, I have a little bit of a situation. You might want to come look at it. And I said to the client, if the awning's on the floor, I'm not fixing it. Come on, you gotta try, you gotta do something. I'll come by and check, but if the awning's on the floor, I'm taking it off the wall. It's done. I'm not doing anything. So I go to the client's house. The awning was fully open, with the 2 arms sticking through the fabric like freaking bison horns. And I was just there like this. And the client says, I don't know what I did. And I'm like, well, you know that tornado storm we had last night? Was the awning open? Yeah? Did you remember me telling you that they're not made for tornadoes? And it can't withstand it? Oh, shit. Fuck, I forgot. I was like, Joe, it was 2 days ago I told you this. Sometimes clients can be really, really not intelligent. And you just got to deal with it. Yep. We laughed about it. I ended up fixing the awning because service is number one, so I ended up fixing the awning.
They always have the right to do whatever
client is always right.
You have no choice.
And you always have the right to walk away. But if you want to deal with them, the client's always right.
And if you want to do business, and if you want to be successful at what you're doing, you have to always,
especially in the service business,
you have to be the person who takes all the shit and deal with it. to make sure your clients are satisfied
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end of the day. You have no other choice, because otherwise you're gonna lose all your clients. If
That's it.
you keep your ego and you keep this, and he can't tell me this, he can't tell me that, it will never work.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I see a lot of people working à la service à la clientèle and giving clients and all this, like restaurants, and their attitude is beyond irrespectable, or like it's something else, that they shouldn't be there and they shouldn't be working there.
Mhm.
So this is something really important that the people should,
Oh yes.
should take care of. So I have, for example, stories about people that comes to the production meetings and they want to make a commercial, they want to make a music video. So they start talking to you and they're like, yeah, and I want to put those cars, and I want this, and fly in this, and put a private jet, this and that, and I want to do this. You know what? I want to make a Drake fucking music video. I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem. He's like, okay, what is the quotation? What is this? I'm like, if you want this, you want to rent this, you want to put this, what do you want to shoot with? The HD, 4K. Do you want to have people? Do you want to have dancers? Do you want to have actors? Where are we shooting? Where's the idea? Should we script it for you? Should we check what you want to do? He's like, yeah. And then he's talking to you about a production that's going to cost him at least $100,000, and he has $500. And when you tell him that it's not possible, he's like, no, it is, and how, and I want, no, and you can't do it, I'll find someone else, and this and that. I don't mind you finding someone else, but I'm sorry if you go find someone else and you tell him that your budget is 500 and he's telling you that you can shoot on a fucking plane. I'm very sorry, but
Have him call me because I need some work. I need someone to do work.
It's like sometimes people don't just like realize.
There's no gas.
Yeah,
Like
realize that I don't mind doing this for you. It's my pleasure, and I want you to have the best music video or the best commercial or the best movie in the world, but I can't. It's like, how do you want? $500 is not even enough to feed the people on the shoot for one day.
pretty much, yeah.
And you want to make a production and flying shit and stuff.
I want to stand on a private
It
jet
doesn't work.
with a whole bunch of women,
Yeah.
and shoot this crazy music video.
and then they
but
get
I have
mad.
a budget of $400.
And then they get mad.
They get offended.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I what do you want me to do? I don't have a private jet. I cannot lend it to you. And if I had one,
I wouldn't do it for $500.
But even if I had one, take it for free. But the things that you're gonna need to shoot on this private jet is gonna cost you 10 times more than this $500 that you. So yes, we do things with $500 and even less, and we accept a lot of things that are even for free because we talk. It's the passion, and
Yeah, absolutely.
we love helping people. And
Yeah.
someone when he's really talented and he wants, we're all there for each other. If we can support him, we're gonna support him. If we can be there with him, we're gonna do it. He's gonna do his music video. He's gonna do, but don't ask for planes. We're gonna do it, no problem. But it's just so like
Expectations
Exactly.
and reality.
Reality.
Expectation versus reality.
So this is one of the funniest things that I always get, and people come and meet with me. They're smiling, and then they go out fucking insulting me, or fucking piece of shit, and this and that, because they think that I destroyed their dream, but I didn't do anything except just telling you how much it really costs. And we never also give market prices. We give at least 25% below market prices to try to help people and try to
Yeah.
like
A way to give back a little bit.
Yeah, but
Some people are push the limits to
there's
things.
limits that it's not in our hands anymore.
For sure.
So yeah, so this is one of the craziest and funniest stories that we used to see all the time.
So in the nightlife world, in the DJ world, there's two types of fucking hell stories. Technical hell stories,
Yeah.
where things break mid-set or music stops, which you learn to get comfortable with, the music stopping. It's happened to me plenty of times. Some things are out of your control. Some people are drunk next to you and they hit a button, and then you have to figure it out and not look stupid and kind of play it off like, haha, I didn't do that on purpose, and kind of make it cool, which is really difficult to do. But you get used to it and like you get comfortable with it. I think the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced was not me. I was getting to a venue and there was it was the beginning of the night and there was an opener DJ, and like I've always said, like I thought this way since the beginning of when I started. Get comfortable with your equipment. Like know your tools, your instrument, in and out. I've been in situations where I've had to use equipment that I didn't know. I did a little quick Google research of just like the things I need to know about that equipment, so that like I'm not like on the fly. I can be a little bit more comfortable with it. And I was at a gig once, and I got there, and the equipment wasn't on, and the opener was there, and like looking around, like it's not working. This is almost as bad as taking a controller and putting it on top of CDJs. I have no problem with controller DJs and using a controller like to your advantage, but if there's a full CDJ kit there, learn how to use it. Like it's the industry standard. When you start going up, that's what's going to be in every venue you go to. Learn your tool, or like see what you can do. And now there's alternatives to controllers that are like very similar to CDJ and a mixer, like in one that's like very cost effective that you can use. So the kid says like, it's not turning on. Like I don't understand. Like I can't get it to work. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like I'm trying to think like big problems, you know, like because like you don't
not working.
You don't think to look at the small things. Yeah. So I'm checking. And then I dumb myself down for a second. I'm like, let me check the power cables. No shit, it's not working. Nothing's plugged in. Everything's connected, but all the power cables are unplugged. I'm like, why would someone do it? It's like someone took them, used them elsewhere, brought them back. And I'm like, yo, you check the power cables? Oh, I was like...
Yeah, but this when it comes to stress.
Oh yeah, listen, I've been at gigs and shit doesn't work until like 5 minutes before I start. And I'm like freaking the fuck out. But you learn to like handle the stress and handle like those situations where like things get hard and things are like you're put under pressure and you're put on the spot. And like you gotta figure it out. You have no choice. I've been in a situation where I was DJing at a camp a lot, like when I was like 15 or 16. And it was a corporate gig. We were out of town. It was like in Ottawa, and they sent me gear, but I didn't have the right setup. So like I was working with Serato, and they sent me like a dead-in mixer, and I don't have the software, and I didn't have my personal sound card, and they didn't give me an SL2 or an SL1, whatever, a sound card to work with the mixer, so I couldn't use the CDJs. The mixer was essentially useless. I ended up DJing like I think it was like a camp bar mitzvah off like a DVD player and my laptop. So I had a DVD player and it's like a CD player, like, but it was like music video DVDs. So I was playing music video DVDs, and my computer plugged into one channel of the mixer, and I was playing like iTunes, and like then like I switched from iTunes to like self mixing on like Tractor and a DVD player, and it was like when I tell people this story, they're like, how? Like,
but you did it.
But you gotta figure it out. Like,
you did it.
When you love what you do, you find solutions.
Into it, and you're like, fuck it, I'm doing it. I don't care.
You figure out things. Okay, what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever experienced having an application where people want to book reservations to get bottle service?
No, this is a lot. People reserving same group reserving 4 tables for the same group, because I told you I'm reserving, so you went and reserved, so I reserved, so this person reserved, so that person reserved, and they don't invite each other. So at the end, you end up calling the club to get 4 tables, and it's a Friday or a Saturday night, so you block 4 tables at the club.
Oh my God.
They get there, and they're all the 4 of them on the same table. So you just blocked $4,000 or $5,000 for the club, but the only one, and you have to deal with it, because you have to figure out something in your system to make sure that those people are not. So this is something that it happened a lot, and that it was a disaster. That one time we had to go and take a table and spend on it
to make up for it.
To make up for the club. It was like 1 a.m, and we called a bunch of our friends, and we're like, you know what? Let's go out now. We have to go out now. And we went, and we had no choice, because it's like it's
You
not
care
fair.
more about the relationship
It's
with
not,
the club.
and it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair for them.
No, it's not.
Put yourself
It's a
in
fuck
their
up.
shoes. You're fucked up, and you had to, and they respected that. But yeah, we fucked up, and we got fucked, and
got fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like all the fucked up shit about it happened. But at least we had fun. So
Listen, at least you enjoy every moment that comes,
We-
because
we enjoyed it anyway. Whatever matters, it's like we enjoyed it, and that's it. But it's
you laugh about it at the end of the day,
it
and
is-
like
it is
you don't
fun.
let it happen again, because if it happens again, that's when things start to get like sketchy. But like, you know, like it's fun in the moment.
Yeah, and when you're doing a party and then the bouncer doesn't want to let you in, and you're the one, you're
That's happened to me. I was going to DJ, and he's like, "You're not the
What?
DJ," and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
And
That happened to me my first time DJ in Mexico.
Yeah.
They refused. They said, "You're not the DJ." No, you're not.
But I'm saying you're even in a place that everyone knows you, so they're trying to convince him that I'm the one who's doing the party. I'm not just a client. I'm the one who's.
It's my party.
It's my party, and no, he couldn't understand. And you can call anyone inside. No one can hear their phones. The owner of the place, his phone is not. He can't hear it, and the hostess, is trying to convince him, and he's like, "No, the door is closed. He's not getting in." I'm like, "I don't understand. What is this?" And I had to go from the back and try to get in from the back, and I found someone coming up to smoke. It was a disaster. It took me 45 minutes to get in my own fucking party.
That's almost as bad as like the story of Martin Garrix DJing in Vegas before he was of age, and he was booked as a DJ in the venue in Vegas.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him in. I think it was Vegas, or it might have been in Europe somewhere. But they wouldn't let him into the venue until like 10 minutes before his set because he's underage. And then he played his set, and then right after his set, they kicked him out. They booked him, and they kicked him out right after because he's not allowed to be there. But he just DJ'd.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, some things happen in life. You're like, you don't ask questions. You just live with it. I'm like, okay, and drink to it and and enjoy your night. You have no.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Funny things happen every day. I mean, you gotta like make fun of situations
Yeah,
and
it's
like
nice.
have
It's
a good
nice.
time.
It's like it gives us different vibes
For sure, different perspective on everything and
during
like,
our
different
our
energy.
days. And we always laugh about it, and we just talk about it and enjoy.
Even the shit.
Yeah, but
We're just like, you're dumb. You fucked up there.
because you went through the shit already, and the situation is done, so it's over. So you start laughing.
You don't do that in the moment.
Yeah,
like
of
when
course.
you're in the shit,
Yeah.
you handle it and then like you
And
laugh about
after
it
this,
later.
You start, and even laughing about yourself, this is not bad at all. And you say, "Oh, I fucked up. I was so fucking stupid." Yeah, it's nice. It's fun. It's fun. So I think we ended up with episode. So this was episode number 6. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And we're gonna be back on our 7th episode. And don't forget, it's every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on our YouTube channel on the Konqr Show.
The Youssef Pants Show.
I agree.
Ciao, everyone. Have a good one.
Ciao.